In Minnetonka, 5th grade students have 4 different music options at this time for their 75 minutes of music instruction per each week. Classroom music is one of those choices. Band is one of those choices. Orchestra, as well as choir. The standards are the same that they have always been. It looks a little different in that if you're learning this standard and you're in band, you're immediately applying that to your area of interest or your area of passion that you're exploring.
Good morning, 5th grade band. We're going to go ahead and get started this morning.
Well, any student that's been in a classroom music class along the way is eligible to sign up for band. For woodwinds, we would have the choice of flute, oboe, clarinet, bass clarinet, alto sax, and tenor sax. And then for the brass, we would have the choices of trumpet, French horn, trombone, baritone, and tuba. And then we have the percussion section, which includes the bells and drums. And we do expand that as we go. Kids that are interested in percussion should have at least 2 years of recent piano experience. The way it's set up for the kids is great because they get the best of both worlds. They get the small group end where they can really learn what they need to know to play, and then they get to put it in action with the group. The students have lessons once per week for 25 minutes, and they play in the full group once a week, 50 minutes, and then every other week they have an additional 50-minute class. So we try to say to them, if you can practice 3 to 5 times between your weekly lesson, you'll be, in good shape. We give 2 to 3 concerts per year. The orchestra also gives concerts, and I know the choir gives concerts. And that's just part of an expectation for being in those groups that perform.
They read music at a faster pace than they have ever had to do before. I expect them to learn more complicated harmonies as well. I'm hoping they have the skill of really being able to tune into what's happening with the kids around them in their voice part and what's also happening with the other voice part. Also, following a director. That's really a big skill for them. Following the director is something that they may not have really had to do before. For the students in choir, there's not an outside commitment of homework academically, it's mostly time. So there are several concerts that are outside of the school day at a variety of locations, and that is a big commitment that families need to know, that their kids will be expected to be at several concerts in the evening throughout the year.
In 5th grade orchestra, they will play either violin, viola, cello, or bass. And 5th grade orchestra is a second-year program, so these kiddos have already played throughout 4th grade as beginners, and so they basically just continue progressing on the instrument that they worked on through 4th grade. If they haven't played in 4th grade, that's fine, but they should talk with me, and I can give them some ideas on how to get caught up so they can join right in with the group, because we're playing right away. The 5th grade orchestra comes in once a week as a full group. They will come in, all violins, violas, cellos, basses, we all come in together. We work on scales, some of their lines out of their book, and then we get to get their music and we start rehearsing. And after that is completed, the rest of the morning they get to come in their small group lessons. So they'll come as 2 or 3 in a group, and we build right off of what we worked on that morning in rehearsal, and they get to continue in a smaller group working on more individualized things. Ultimately, I hope they walk away being more prepared for moving on into 6th grade orchestra, where it is the full group for almost all of their time together, that they understand the dynamics of playing in a group a little bit more and are just more prepared for that experience.
It's a unique classroom in itself. It's full of lots of choices. It's full of lots of experiences, maybe more so than they would have in another program. Sometimes we do listening journals. I'll put on a smartboard file. We will talk about comparing music. We'll talk about a genre of music. Then they have to write. We've studied the musical. We have done some auto harp playing. We're getting ready right now to do our ukulele, so that will be our harmony where they sing and they play both. We do a lot of action. We stand up when we sing. We discuss, we talk about higher level thinking skills. You know, what does this mean to you when we're talking about the musical or the opera? What do you need to know about this? How do they portray the story? the more things I think we can include in their world, the better off they are. Hopefully they will be a better music student when they leave to go to 6th grade. And our whole goal, I think, as a district is to make sure that they have all the equipment, all the knowledge that they need. If they want to be in a band someday, they want to be in a rock group, whatever, they are very confident about that.
It's pretty exciting, the excitement that the families and the students both have about this idea of having choice and exploring passions at a younger age. So.